Students, in this video, first I'm going to discuss this example, which was not taken in the previous video. So show that ux is equal to cos 2x is a solution of the integral equation this, where k is basically this kernel. So whenever you are having kernel in this form, so remember one thing, here the parameter is xi, however in this function, you will see parameter is actually x. So whenever you are substituting this k in this function equation or this integral, so you have to interchange x and y, because in this case y is the parameter. Y is the parameter. Here the x is the variable. Fine. So this, remember this thing. So now here ux is cos x. This is the integral equation. So this is denoted by 1, and kxi is already given to you. So here, because you need uji and kxi, so what is uji? Uji is basically already given to you. Ux is cos 2x, so uji will be cos 2ji. So now substitute these values in equation in this right hand side. So right hand side of 1 is here, this. So cos x plus 3 integral 0 to pi kxi uji dji. So here cos x plus 3 0 to x. So we will break this into two parts. 0 to pi is divided into two parts. Why? Because if you will see the definition of kernel, so here we are having two parts. One is from 0 to j, another one is from j to pi. So that's why we will break this integral into two parts, 0 to, and also because the variable is interchanged, so now the limit will be 0 to x, because j will be the parameter or variable. So 0 to x and then x to pi. Fine. After interchanging x and j, this becomes j, this becomes x. So 0 to x. Similarly here this becomes x, this becomes j. So x to pi. So this will be the strategy. So here we have divided this limit into two, this range into two parts, 0 to x, x to pi. Why we have taken x, we have already explained this. So now this is the integral. Now replace this value from 0 to x. We are taking the first branch, sin x cos i, but when we are interchanging x and y, so this will come sin xi cos x. Similarly in the second branch we will take this cos xi sin x. Fine. So here is the replacement, sin xi cos x first branch, this is the second branch, and now here the variable is j, so you can take it cos x outside. So this integral 0 to x sin j cos 2j dj, plus similarly here you can take sin x outside, 3 sin x integral x to pi cos x, and then simplify the calculation and then substitute the limits. After solving and simplification we are having cos 2x, which is nothing but ux. So that's why we can say that ux is equal to cos 2x is a solution of this integral equation. So this is all about the solution procedure. Now important thing is conversion of differential equation into an integral equation. So we are conversion of a differential equation into an integral equation. So we know that ordinary differential equation can be divided broadly into two parts, initial value problem and boundary value problem. So this is an example of initial value problem. This is the example of boundary value problem. This is initial value problem because here the point, the conditions are given at the same point 0 0, both these conditions. However here both these conditions are given at the different point 0 and 1. That's why this is a boundary value problem, this is the initial value problem. When you are converting this initial value problem into integral equation, this will become Volterra integral equation. Similarly, when you convert the boundary value problem into integral equation, this will become Fredholm integral equation. Fine. So let's see. So first I am taking the conversion of an initial value problem into Volterra integral equation, that means this part. So for this we are having this example. So here form an integral equation corresponding to the differential equation y second derivative minus sin x y first derivative plus e raised to the power x y is equals to x. with the initial conditions y at 0 is 1, y dash 0 is minus 1. So this is the initial value problem. So target is to convert the integral equation. So here we are having two methods. One method number 1. So what we will do, we will take this differential equation. So this is denoted by 1. Now let the highest order derivative of y, so here in this case is second derivative, so represent the highest order derivative as a new variable ux. So suppose y's second derivative is ux, so always let the highest order derivative of y as another variable, say ux. Fine, u is a function of x. Now integrating with respect to x with limit 0 to x. This 0 is selected from this point. Here the conditions are given at the 0 0. So if here the conditions are 1 1 at the point 1 1, so this will be 1. If here is some point a, small a, then this will be a. Fine. However, the upper limit is always a variable quantity x, because in Voltaire integral equation you know that upper limit is a variable quantity. So this is always x. However, here this will be taken from the given initial conditions. Fine. Now the integrate with respect to x. So this will become the first derivative, dy by dx with limit 0 to x is equals to limit 0 to x ux dx. Substitute the limit. So here when you put x, so we will get the same dy by dx minus y dash at 0, lower limit, is equals to integral 0 to x ux dx. But this is given to you, y dash 0 is minus 1. So replace this value minus 1 here and then take it in the right hand side. So we will have this equation. So this is equation number 3. Now again integrating. So we are getting, why we are integrating again? Because here still we are having a derivative. So we have to avoid, or we have to reduce all the derivatives. So here from second derivative, now we are having first derivative. Again integrate, so we will get the equation without any derivative. So target is to get the equation without any derivative. Fine. So just integrate again with respect to x from limit 0 to x. So we are getting this. So again when you are integrating, so we get yx from 0 to x is equal to minus 1 becomes minus x 0 to x plus 0 to x ux, and second derivative. Here is the second order integral. So here I am not writing 0x 0x. 0x means this means dx2 means we are integrating 2 times. So this is understood that we are having 0x 0x 2 times here. So there is no need to बार बार लिखने की कोई ज़रूरत नहीं है. Fine. So this is understood. So now, because now replace the values here, upper limit and lower limit. So yx minus y at 0 is equals to here minus x plus 0 to x. Now here we are, because x is a variable, so if you are, here is also x, here is also x. So to apply the this rule, we will discuss this. So to apply, because we want to convert this second order integral into first order, so we have to use that formula which we have already developed in the previous class. So to apply that formula, first you just replace this x by t, another variable quantity. This will not affect, because after solving this and substituting the limit, you will get a function of x. Similarly here t is just a, we can say, the variable quantity. So if you are removing x and representing t, then still the integral will be same. So that's why ut dt2, and here limit is 0 to x. Now we will apply this formula for converting a multiple integral into a single integral. So here n is 2, in our case n is 2, a is 0. So here x minus xi, so here in place of xi we are having t, हमारा variable t है. So x minus t raised to the power 2 minus 1 divided by 2 minus 1 factorial. So this will be the formula we have used here. So this will become this, x minus t, that means x minus xi, a means 0, and ut dt divided by factorial 1 raised to the power 1. So this will be the conversion. So we have used that formula here. Fine. So this is denoted by question number 4. Now substitute these values of y, y1, y2 in equation number 1. सेकेंड डेरिवेटिव, फर्स्ट डेरिवेटिव और y की वैल्यू इक्वेशन नंबर 1 में सब्सटीट्यूट की. सो व्हाट वी गेट दिस इक्वेशन. Fine. Now this is ux minus sin x, this is the first derivative, plus e raised to the power x, this is the second derivative. So this is y, this is y1 and this is the second derivative. Fine. Now simplify this. So what you will get, you are getting, after simplification we get this equation. Now you can merge this and this integral, because here is integral 0 to x, here is integral so you can merge this. So after merging this and then multiplying sin x into inside this integral, similarly multiplying this e raised to the power x inside this, and then adjusting all these functions, so you will get ux is equal to x minus sin x e raised to the power x into 1 minus x plus integral 0 to x, and this. So this is the required Volterra integral equation, because the limit is a variable quantity. Fine. Now we are having second method. Second method is this. In the second method, what we will do? We will do this highest order derivative of y, take in left hand side, and rest of the equation or rest of the terms basically you have to put in the right hand side. So here is the right hand side, and in the left hand side we are having the highest order derivative of y. And now again apply the same procedure, just integrating with respect to x from limit 0 to x. So this is the integral. After solving this and substituting the limits, we get this equation. Fine. So this is the equation. So we are getting this equation. So here integrating this, so this will become first derivative 0 equal to, this will become x square by 2 0 to x, plus here 0 to x sin x y1 dx minus integral 0 to x e raised to the power x yx dx. Now this, after putting the limits, this will be y1x plus 1 is equals to here x square by 2 plus here. So इसको हम partitioning से करेंगे. So first sin x as it is, integral of y1x is yx, integral 0 to x minus integral 0 to x. Now the derivative of this function is cos x, integral of this function is yx, and then integral. So I think you remember this formula. So now after adjusting these two, because both are having integral signs, so we are having e raised to the power x plus cos x yx dx. Fine. Now again integrating, apply the same procedure here. So here this will be yx 0 to x is equal to, this will become x cube by 6 minus x 0 to x plus. Now this will be the integral 0 to x sin t. Here we are applying the same strategy. In place of x we are writing t here, y, and limit is 0 to x. Fine. So 0 to dt minus 0 to x and then e raised to the power t plus cos t yt dt2, because we are interchanging this x by t, so that we can use that formula to convert the second order integral into first order. So apply the formula here. So what you will get? We will get this here. This is as it is same, this is as it is same, and now this will be nothing but converting the second order integral into first order with the help of that formula. So x minus t e raised to the power t plus cos t yt dt. And now adjust these two integrals, so we get this equation. So we are having two methods, one is this, another one is this. Now the difference is that, what is the benefit of the second method? If you are having this integral equation, if you want to convert this differential equation further into differential equation, then you will not get the same equation. Why? Because here in this equation there is no y, here the variable is u, function is u, unknown function is u. However here the unknown function is y, so you are not getting the same equation. However in the second method you will see that when you convert this differential integral equation into differential equation, then you will get the same actual equation. This you will get this equation, get back. So this is the benefit of the second method. So whenever you are converting the given differential integral equation into differential equation, then you have to opt this method. Fine. So this is the benefit of the second method. Now conversion of integral equation into differential equation. So first we have converted initial value into Volterra. Now we are converting Volterra into initial value problem. Fine. So this is the conversion. So that's why we are taking this method, second method. We are taking the second method. Now we will take this equation and then we will get back the original differential equation. So how to do this? So this procedure is shown here. This procedure is shown here. So we are taking method number 2. This is the equation. This is the equation which we will get recently. This equation. So we are taking this equation. So this is the equation. Now differentiating, because we want to construct the differential equation. So we will differentiate this equation number of times up to when we are not getting any integral. तो हमें तब तक करना है जब तक ये इंटीग्रल हट जाए. To remove that integral, first we have to differentiate this. So just differentiate this. So here we will get y1x is equal to, integrate this, x square by 2 minus 1. Then this integral is d by dx, integral 0 to x, and this. So this will be y1x is equal to x square by 2 minus 1 plus. Now here to solve this we have to apply the Leibniz rule, which we have already discussed in previous class. This was the Leibniz rule. So d by dx of this is equals to integral 0 z to x z to h. Now just partially differentiate this with respect to x, this variable. So del f by del x d xi plus substitute the upper limit. So in place of xi replace hx and then differentiate dh by dx minus substitute the lower limit which is gx in place of xi. So x of gx dg by dx. So we will use this formula, Leibniz rule here. So this is the Leibniz rule here. So here d by dx, and this is the function of t and x, and here we are differentiating with respect to x. So integral 0 to x del by del x, partially derivative of this function with respect to x, and dt plus, now substitute the upper limit is x. So in place of t replace x. So what you will get, sin x minus x e raised to the power x plus cos x yx. So we get this, and then differentiate the upper limit with respect to x. So dx by dx minus substitute the lower limit. So we get sin 0 minus x minus 0 e raised to the power 0 plus cos 0, that means this, then y0 and then d0 by dx. Since we are differentiating d0 by dx constant with respect to x, so this will be 0. So ultimately this term will be 0. This whole term will be 0. So what we will get, first derivative of x is of y with respect to x is equal to x square by 2 minus 1 minus this integral 0 to x. Then here partially differentiate this with respect to x. So here this will be 0. Here from here you will get minus 1 from here, minus 1 multiply by this. So that's why this e raised to the power t plus cos t yt dt. We get this term. From here this is 1, x minus x will be 0, so this term will be 0. So we get only sin x yx. So sin x yx. This will be the, so still we are getting one integral. So that's why we need to again differentiate this. So differentiate again, तब तक करना है तक ये इंटीग्रल ना हट जाए. So again differentiating, apply the same procedure. So finally, so we are getting this, and again you have to use Leibniz rule. So this is the Leibniz rule. This partial derivative, then here substitute the upper limit and differentiate the upper limit, minus minus becomes plus, then the substitute the lower limit here, this, and then derivative of this term, so differentiate this. So with respect to two functions, so first derivative of this function is cos x, this cos x yx, plus then sin x as it is, derivative of this is y1x. Fine. Now simplify this, so we will get this equation, which is the actual original differential equation. Now we need to find out the conditions, boundary initial value conditions, because initially you will see here we are having two conditions more. This is the equation, so we get this equation, but still there is a need of to find out these conditions. So what we will do, we will start from the, because this is the second order derivative, so we will start with the first derivative. So here put y1 0, because initially we are in this limit is lower limit is 0, that's why put 0 here. So put 0 here, so you will get 0 to 0, so this will be cancel out. 0 से 0 जब हम इंटीग्रेट करेंगे तो अल्टीमेटली ये पूरा खत्म हो जाएगा इंटीग्रल. साइन 0 इज 0, ये भी खत्म हो जाएगा. यहाँ पुट करेंगे 0 स्क्वायर बाय 2 -1, सो वी गेट ओनली -1, सो दैट्स वाई फर्स्ट डेरिवेटिव एट 0 इज -1. फाइन, तो यहाँ से आ जाएगा. इसी तरह यहाँ पुट x इज इक्वल टू 0 हियर, सो 0 to 0 करेंगे, ये पूरा इंटीग्रल cancel out. 0 0 only 1 will be there, so we are having two conditions. Y at 0 is 1, y1 at 0 is -1, so these are two initial conditions. Fine, so this is all about. So in the next class we will take the conversion of boundary value problem into Fredholm integral equation. Fine, thank you.